Hey guys, this is Luke again, and welcome back to another Ninjago video on the channel. Now, at the time of recording this, it's on a Saturday, and I'll probably upload it on Sunday. And it's going to be right before the so-called season finale of the 11th season. So, in preparation for that, why don't I make a little bit of a prediction video of how I think the last two episodes of season 11 will play out and ending the NetherRealm saga. So, 29 has sort of like a bit two different names. It had Fire and Ice, and it had Once and For All. So we had a little bit of a name switcheroo, but 30 kept its original name, Awakenings. So I looked at these descriptions, okay? I looked at these descriptions, and I took these descriptions into account of what my predictions will be. So let's first start off with Boreal. Boreal, if you don't know, is the ice dragon, basically. So what's gonna happen to Boreal? Because we did see a scene in the trailer where Boreal and the land bounty come to head like this. So what I think will happen is the land bounty will ram Boreal. I would say kill it, but possibly like stun it enough to the point where it just can't move anymore. So I feel like Boreal is going to get stunned / killed by the land bounty. But then, how did the other ninja get to the Ice Emperor? How did they get to him? Well, they used the land bounty, of course. They used so I think the ninja will use the land bounty to escape their successful fight against Boreal, and they end up at the Ice Emperor's palace. That's where they will find Lloyd, Kataru, and Grimfax, the new quote-unquote resistance. The new resistance. So, what about Lloyd, Grimfax, and Kataru? I have a feeling that they might conjure up a plan, and just as they try to execute the plan, the ninjas show up, thus making it sort of an 8-on-2 fight against Vex and the Ice Emperor. Now, what I think will happen in 29, this is all going to be 29, from how I see it. I have a feeling that the Ice Emperor seems to win. Basically, you know how in Zane's vision, every ninja was frozen, and Jay's head was somewhat above the ice for some reason? Yeah, I feel like that will still happen, even despite his memories being lost. So, the Ice Emperor, aka Zane, freezes all the ninja. But, who is going to save the day? Well, I have two options. Lloyd, the obvious choice, or Nia. Because remember that training with Sorla? Well, she did say before she got frozen, when in time or when in need, ice will obey, or something like that. So basically, she might conjure up the power to either A, control the ice, control water into ice, or B, what I personally think, make ice melt, make ice hotter and making it into water. So the ninja get freed, but and this is another addition. Sadly, I do not think there will be a Kai versus Sane fight. Yet it's because I think the whole fire and ice thing was just for pyro snakes and ice samurai. I feel like that's what it meant by fire and ice, and not Kai versus Sane. Sadly, but then we go on. Then we go on to Lloyd. Lloyd is going to try his absolute best to say, Zane, this isn't you. You are a nice person. You are a Nindroid and stuff like that. And nothing seems to work until either A, he plays his message, which is probably the most likely conclusion, or B, what I hope to happen, Lloyd says those famous words, "You were built to protect those who cannot protect themselves." Because, in my personal opinion, that was one of the first memories Zane has ever had. One of the first big memories. If not the first big memory. So, by him remembering his first big memory, he regains everything else. But I have 3 different ways for how Zane could possibly of Zane's fate. 1, Zane recovers all of his memories. All of his memories. Like, the first 2 are a slight variation of each other. Gains all of his memories, and he goes back to Ninjago only to realize that he's caused so much damage that he needs to go back. And the ninja obviously would understand. Option B is the first option with a slight technicality. I have a feeling Zane would suffer a quote-unquote memory gap. Basically, a period of time where a period of his memory where he doesn't remember what happened. Basically, what will happen is all the way up to Zane's Vex pulling the memory thing from his head, he will remember everything. But then there's this little gap where he doesn't remember a single thing that happened. Basically, a period sort of where he went MIA for a little bit. It reminds me of the game Call of Duty Black Ops, where Alex Mason had one of those memory gaps, but they are able to get the time back from those memory gaps. So basically what I'm saying is he remembers everything, but does not remember being the Ice Emperor at all. The only way he could stay behind after all of this is if someone tells him. But if nobody tells him, he doesn't even know what he even did. How can you be punished for something you don't even know you did? And then there's option C, the most drastic of possibly one of the best ways, is that Zane turns good again, but he doesn't remember who he is or his friends are. He goes back to Ninjago and sort of restarts his whole character again. Basically, that period where he needs to find himself. He needs to know who he is. Where does he belong? I feel that could also be a thing where he has to find himself yet again. But the only way I could see this is season 11 and is season 12 is a Zane season as well. But from what I heard, season 12 is supposedly a J season. So this is most likely not going to happen. But in the description it said old friends are reunited, so possibly Zane fights against the scroll. So that would make option A or option B most likely to happen. But I can't decide which one is the better one. So those are my predictions. And I'll repeat them if you missed them. Boreal gets stunned or killed by the land bounty. The land bounty goes to the Ice Emperor's palace. The Resistance plus the Ninja do a team up, which is 8-on-2. Everyone gets frozen. Then Nia turns ice into water. Lloyd it's insane that Lloyd saves Zane's memories, and Zane possibly stays behind or stays in Ninjago. But that's what I personally think these predictions will be. So by the time I upload this on Sunday, so this video will probably be uploaded on Sunday. It'll probably be just a few hours before the episodes are supposedly going to be streamed. So I really hope that Sunday or at least Monday morning for me, since I'm living in the East Coast, is finally the end, and I could breathe a sigh of relief that I don't have to watch any more Ninjago for at least a few months. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!